Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. How are you doing? Today's video, as you can probably tell by the title and thumbnail, it's going to be a short review of the maps. I'm hoping to eventually do a longer review of everything, but I thought you guys really don't want to be seeing like a half an hour long video for you to sit through. So I thought I'm going to break it down, and I'm going to start with the maps. I'm going to go through the pros and cons of each map, what I think they've done great, so on and so forth. Quickly talking about the gameplay, obviously it's a nutty gameplay. I go 55-7 or something like that. And I know 55 kills isn't the biggest scoreline, but I think it's a good gameplay nonetheless. And as you can tell, I only died as I said, I only died 7 times, so I go on a few streaks. Yeah, so let's crack on with it, and let's start with this map. Actually, we're on this map. It's called Hotel Royale. It's a great looking map. I think it's gorgeous. The outside of it with the Eiffel Tower and the burning buildings and the city and stuff is really cool. There aren't any really like dark corners, and visibility is pretty good. This middle area can get a bit dusty, like with all the gunshots and flames and smoke and stuff. It can be a bit hazy. It looks great. It suits all sort of style of games, whether it's blitz or tactical. Generally enjoyable, and streaks are pretty good on this. Whether it's dogs, the like spy plane obviously is good, and even glide bombs are pretty good. Although some of it is underground, well undercover, it's generally pretty good. Moving on to some of the negatives, I think the mid map is an absolute shit show. There's just so much chaos going on mid map. Everything destructible in the map, if it is all destroyed, which it often is in a respawn game type, it just leaves everything far too open in my opinion. And if you go mid-map, you can get shot from 12 different angles. There's so many corners as well, and spawns are normally pretty good, but there's one area which is sort of the area where, like, the opposite side of the map to what I'm on now, is nutty. You can just sit there and you got kills, and especially in the kitchen. Kitchen's an absolute nightmare as well. Like, you can just sit in the kitchen, kill people, turn around, come back, and they're all there. So it's absolutely nuts. But other than that, I think it's a generally good map. I don't think it's competitive. I don't think it's going to be competitive. But in my opinion, it's a fun map for pubs. Moving on to Red Star. The map, the white, snowy, open, very, very large map. I'm going to start off with the positives again. I think it's fantastic for S&D. If you guys haven't played S&D on Red Star, when the game fully comes out, I suggest you give it a go. And for 2020, it's okay. 2020, it's okay. Patrol's also good, but any other game type I would avoid, even on 20v20. Spawns are so sticky, especially Seaside on Dom. I wouldn't. Oh yeah, I really wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, 6v6 on this map is just not fun, unless it's S&D. But other than that, streaks are 6v6 on this map is just not fun. It's far too big, and the gameplay is just super slow and doesn't flow at all. Streaks are very good on this map, other than dogs, because it's such an open map that dogs just get shot super easily. But otherwise, glide bombs and aerial streaks are super good because obviously it's such an open map. Moving on to the negatives, obviously I've already covered them, such as 6v6. The visibility on the map's not great. I found that the whole mid-map with all the slow and the dust and stuff, it is a bit hazy. It's almost like I've got Vaseline all over the screen, and it's just not great. So that could be improved, and the spawns aren't great, especially for that. As I said, you get trapped in the, I don't know what the name of the building was called, but it's like the main sniper building, not the one on the roof, but the one where you could actually go inside. If you got caught behind there, the spawns just didn't flip. Again, I don't think this is a very competitive map, but you know, might be fun on pubs. And it's not, if I'm honest, like S&D and Patrol are fun, even on like ground war, because it gives something for people to like actively go for as an objective. So I think Hardpoint will be pretty good as well with it. And again, not a comp map. I think it's far too big for a competitive map, especially on 4v4. The game's just not going to be smooth. Yeah. Moving on to my favourite map, and this is Eagle's Nest. So this is a relatively tight, it's got 3 lanes. I mean, I know this Hotel Royale, which I've got on, has got technically 3 lanes, but the middle lane is an absolute shit show, as I said, in the middle of the map. But I think Eagle's Nest is a little bit more controllable in that middle lane, so I do prefer it. It looks great, like all the maps, if I'm honest. There's a good flow. Streaks are pretty good, whether it's dogs or aerial streaks. It's decent for streaks, and it suits all style of games, from tactical 6v6 to 12v12 blitz. It's nuts. It's really fun. There was one thing which I'm not sure about, and it's very SMG heavy. I mean, I got a nuts gameplay. I got 95 kills using an AR, but I think that was one off, and you have to sort of brush mid map and then play a little bit reserved. But other than that, I think it's a very SMG heavy map, unless you stick to the outside lanes and play a little bit less aggressively. So it will work as an AR, but it's not all that good. This, I think, would be the only map which I would say could be a competitive map, in my opinion. But it'd be interesting to let me know what you guys think. And I think the destructibles, so like the walls and doors, I think they're placed pretty well on this map. They don't affect the gameplay too much, and I think on this map it enables you to really master. Once you learn the destructibles and how to use them well, it doesn't allow you to master them fully. So that's the review of my favourite map in the game. Well, on the beta. But yeah. Now Gavutu. It's going to be the similest pros and cons. I think it looks great. I think the spawns are actually pretty good on this. And I think streaks are good. I think that's it. It looks great. And for all game modes, it's pretty good as well. The only thing I don't like is the fact that the boat is super dominant. If you get someone at the very top of the boat, it's hard to get them off. I mean, the edge is wall bangable, but it almost needs to be completely wall bangable, as if you were just, shooting him dead on. But other than that, I think it's a really fun map to lose, and it looks great. It's good for all sorts of game modes and game types, and you get to choose if you want to use an SMG, you sort of rush boat. If you want to use an AR, you can sort of linger anywhere else on the map. I would say it's more AR dominant simply because of the huge long lines of sights, and just everything's got a distance to it. And if you want to play SMG, you're sort of forced to sort of almost camp or sit either in the artillery gun bit, like the circle bit, or in the boat. So it's not ideal. So I'm going to go through this very quickly again as a brief overview. The only competitive map I think will be brought into League Play or Ranked will be Eagle's Nest from the beta, and it's my favourite map as a result. I think Hotel Royale's not bad, Gavutu's not bad, but Red Star for a fact needs some sort of work. It either needs a smaller version for 6v6, so on and so forth. Let me know what you guys think of the review. Do you agree or do you disagree? What was your favourite map in the beta? What was your worst map in the beta? It'd be interesting to let me guys know. If you made it this far in the video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed the gameplay. Yeah, see you in the next video, guys. See you in a bit.